Ladies and gentlemen, the Supreme Court will likely say that Trump, if he committed a crime, can be convicted. This will be viewed as a victory for Jack Smith. This, of course, will be simply public relations because they don't have a case against Trump. We already know that if a president commits a crime, that president, whether it's a cover-up like Richard Nixon, and I'm very honored to have somebody who watches the channel who was there that day when Nixon resigned. He explained he communicated his experience in the comments section, which is pretty cool. But so there's a lot of really wonderful people who watch this channel, and so this gentleman saw Nixon actually leave, but Nixon was involved in a cover-up of a burglary. Okay. We already know that a president can be convicted of a crime. Immunity only protects a president for foreign policy decisions, for example, not for specific crimes. We already know this. The reason Jack Smith in the D.C. case is asking the Supreme Court to back the notion that a president can be convicted for crimes, which is something we already know to be true, is that he didn't commit a crime with speech. And we know this also by Vivek Ramaswamy correctly stating things don't add up. Now, when all of media, from Jimmy Kimmel to CNN, is yelling something, very often it's a lie by omission. Hit subscribe to this channel right now, ladies and gentlemen. To read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, other publications, go to hagoodman.com. I should have a live stream either tomorrow night or Saturday night on this channel or in the afternoon. So watch out for the live stream on this channel, and we're going to continue doing more and more every single day. Starting January, we'll do a lot of live streams, probably every night or every other night, but we should have a live stream in the next couple of days. The Patreon is below in the pinned comment. The super thanks is below next to the like and the share buttons. Every single conviction. He'll be convicted 3 times. He's up 3.2 points over mashed potato brains Joe. And he will be convicted, unfortunately, because they're interfering. Democrats are interfering yet again into 2024. He'll be convicted. His poll numbers will still go up because, like I said, Vivek Ramaswamy was right about asking very specific questions, very simple questions, okay, about that fateful, terrible day. In addition to, something I don't think he brought up, but $1 to $2 billion in property damage that entire summer. And then that one day, everybody from Kinzinger to Cheney to media focuses on. Terrible day. Shouldn't have happened. But the supporters of President Trump were the ones who lost their lives. That's another story. An unarmed woman lost her life. Okay? But see, Democrats don't have any value system they truly care about. It's pure attainment of political power. That's it. And so this, let's say he's convicted. We've already seen, and you can see here, we've already seen the Supreme Court overturns Bob McDonnell corruption conviction. It was a unanimous Supreme Court decision. And it was because of boundless definitions of the kinds of acts that could lead politicians to face criminal charges. Boundless definitions. Democrats utilize boundless definitions to go after Trump. They make stupid leaps of logic, okay? Even the most intelligent, brilliant atheists who were known for their brilliance and intelligence and wit make stupid leaps of logic. There are people out there. We have the most unintelligent intelligentsia that's ever existed. If you don't like Trump, leave it at that. Just say you don't like him and move on. But if you say he tried to devour democracy and sell the planet to Martians and work as a Kremlin agent and try to overthrow the country, then you're making a stupid leap of logic, okay? Politics, ladies and gentlemen, is not very difficult to understand. Even AOC can see that this is all theater, and she's part of the theatrical performance. This is public relations. When they're going after Trump for a speech in D.C., okay, and the Supreme Court is being asked if Trump can be convicted for committing a crime, what they're trying to do is lay the foundation, build the foundation or political momentum, saying, okay, well, you know what? He did commit a crime because we said he did, and therefore the Supreme Court also backed up the viewpoint that he can be convicted. So therefore, all we need to do is convict him on obviously what he tried to do, which is overthrow the country. But you'd have to be an imbecile to believe this. Democrats believe this, and so that's a stupid, absurd leap of logic. You would have to be. It's the height of idiocy to believe that Trump tried to foment any criminal activity. He didn't trust the Democratic Party, didn't believe it was fair and square. And now, by the way, the most popular president of all time is going to be replaced either by, people say Newsom, I think Hillary Clinton. I think Hillary Clinton will replace Biden. Whether it's before or after the nomination, it really doesn't matter. They don't even have, these are the people who pontificate about democracy. They don't even have a functioning primary. Now they're openly fabricating the primary. And now they're just openly stating, oh yeah, we're not going to have this. In this state, we just, you have one choice. It's a fantastic choice. It's called Biden. Okay? It was like, the old cartoons with Saddam. You have two choices, Saddam or the afterlife. So with Democrats is you have two choices. You vote for the Democrat, or you will lose your friends and family. They'll disown you. You'll get kicked off of Facebook groups. You won't be invited to birthday parties or New Year's or Thanksgiving. Okay, Democrats don't know any supporters or voters of Trump. They don't. They purge themselves. So they live in a bubble where John Oliver is considered like Walter Cronkite. And so they don't realize that they're just living in pure propaganda and public relations, this media apparatus that bolsters their biases. Trump did not commit a crime in D.C., in New York. It was actually the FEC that fined Clinton, not Trump. He didn't commit a crime in Fulton County. He didn't commit a crime in Florida. Okay. The precedent is that you can have servers with top secret intel on them. And you could find a way, an illegal way, to transfer top secret and special access program intelligence like Clinton did, according to the Honorable James Comey, onto cell phones. That's according to the Honorable James Comey. Speaking of the honorable people at the Bureau, Vivek Ramaswamy stated that there were very likely government officials or, employees or people associated with the government on that fateful day in January. Okay, this has not been denied by the head of the Bureau. This is one of the many reasons, along with the fact that people were walking in peacefully into the building and there have already been acquittals. So you are not going to convict Trump and have it not be overturned by the Supreme Court when everyone in the country, he's up 3.2 points. If he was a true criminal, very likely like Joe and Hunter, who engaged in bribery and graft schemes, people would realize this, okay? You don't indict a president for not agreeing with his political adversaries, okay? That's essentially what took place. He didn't have private servers. He was a president with the power to declassify. He didn't get fined by the FEC. Clinton was fined by the FEC, and the DNC were fined by the FEC for purchasing the Steele dossier, interfering in 2016. And 4 years later. And then 50 intelligence officials interfered, 4 years ago, and we can go on and on. Democrats love to interfere, and then they cheat Bernie Sanders, and then they talk about democracy, and oh my God, going after political opponents as they go after Trump, and then they fear he's going to go after them for going after him. Anyway, to recap, the Supreme Court, like it did with Bob McDonnell, will overturn any conviction of Trump. He'll be convicted 3 times, especially in D.C., because Vivek Ramaswamy pretty much emphasized One of the main reasons there was no crime committed by Trump. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Be here for the live stream in the next couple of days. Thank you.